The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome, everybody, to Jal, New Mexico, where we are live. We're about to get underway at about just under 9 minutes to go. We've got the girls first. Of course, we got a doubleheader, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. The contest for the first one is going to be very tight, as both of them have a similar record. In fact, they have similar everything. Starting with number 3, Texico Lady Wolverines. 12-6 is their record with a 3-game winning streak. They are currently 2-1 in the district. And the only team they've lost to so far has been Tatum. They are 2-2 on the road, and Jalen Cook is the coach for them, averaging 50.7 points a game and only allowing 32.5. Remember those numbers. I'll remind you again in a moment as we cover Jal and what they do on the court. Of course, with this game, it is all about district play and trying to see who can further themselves along. In fact, Jal is ranked number 5, and they also have a record of 12-6, 5-game winning streak, along with 2-0 in the district. So this will be their third one, of course. Thanks again to storm known as Fern for dumping in some snow in and delaying a couple of games, and they'll be postponed this week. 2 games. Next week will be 3 games for the Jal Panthers, both boys and the girls, of course. And for the record at home for the Lady Panthers, it is 5-2, which is pretty good. But they do average points per game of 50.8, which is 0.1 better than Texico. And they allow only 31.9, which is just a little less than about 0.6 points less than these Texas Wolverines do, the Lady Wolverines. So it should be a tight game, should be a close one. And let's go ahead and compare their records for teams that they have played against. 6-3 is the record for the Texico Lady Wolverines as they beat Magdalena. Actually, no, they lost to Magdalena 59-49. It's one of their losses. Meanwhile, Jal lost to them 50-44. That's a 6-point difference, while it was a 10-point difference for Texico. They also beat Magdalena the second game 46-24. So that pretty much puts it in their corner at that point if you want to use these games as a measuring stick. Mesilla Valley, both of those teams played them as well. Texico won that one, and that was on the road, 58-26. And Jal faced them, and it was 49-11 was the score, and I think that was actually in Eunice. Legacy Academy also faced both of these teams. Texico beat them 56-19 like a drum. And Legacy Academy played Jal, and Jal was able to squeak by a victory 39-28. Melrose was another team that both have played. Melrose beat Texico, and that was 43-36. And it was a closer game for Melrose and Jal, 31-28, 3-point difference versus the 7-point difference against Texico. Mescalero Apache also faced Texico. That was at home. It was 70-27. Texico won that one, while it was 72-52. So both, again, even though Jal did allow more points for Mescalero Apache, it was still 2 points more were put up for Jal. Eunice, both teams have faced Eunice and the Lady Cardinals. 55-19 was the score as they faced them in Eunice. That was Texico, of course, 55-19. While Jal faced them here, it was 61-21. Once again, higher scores there. But in the end, Jal seemed to perform a little bit better offensively, and, of course, Texico on the defense. Hagerman, they also faced them. 50-point win, 62-12 against Texico in Texico. while it was in Hagerman that Jal won 48-12. So that was a road game, of course, and Jal was able to prove that they could beat the Hagerman team handily. Coming up next after this game will be Fort Sumner House for Texico. I think that was a add-on, not sure, but either way it'll be happening on Thursday. And Hagerman, all of a sudden it's, sometimes when you miss a couple of games, the schedule for the district seems to get by faster. We already played Hagerman once. We're going to be playing them again. And this time around, of course, it'll be in Jal. And that'll be, of course, on Thursday. Last time those two met once again, 48-12. So for these two teams to get together, it's going to be interesting to see. Jal is second in the standings with 2-0. And Texico right behind them with third. And they want to get up in the ratings again, or standings again after all that time. So for your starters and for your players, let's go ahead and start off with Texico and the Lady Wolverines. Some of these players for this squad had played already on the JV squad, so we won't be seeing them as much. But there will be Breeley Kane, freshman. I don't know if she's going to be playing or not, but number one. It'll be number 2, Emery Parr, also had played JV, as well as Ava Bonstra, sophomore, number 0. Number 10, also on the JV squad, junior, that'd be Aspen Kane. And number 11, a senior, that'll be Breeley Burgeon, along with Kaylee Winland, who is a captain. It'll be Lucy Whalen, sophomore. Sophomore Casely Wheeland as well, so there's possibly going to be 2 Wheelands on the court, so I'll be calling them by their first name. Number 24 for Kelsey. Be number 33, senior Macy Klein, and number 34, sophomore Braid Stevens. And just to let you know, there are 6 seniors on the team, 1 junior, 5 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. So they have a bit of experience, and that's one of the reasons why they have a 12-6 record, I fear, or I believe, with a 3-game winning streak. So for the starters for this Lady Wolverines squad, it'll be number 4, sophomore Macy Dumas. Number 5, senior Carrie Fontanella. Number 12, senior Avery McClevin. That's McClevane. Number 13, senior Kinsey Crow. Number 15, senior Kaylee Wheeland. And these two teams, Texico has won 8 in a row. They've also got an 0-8 record against this squad. Jal, of course, would like to see that broken and be able to get on the plus side and keep their unbeaten streak alive for district. It would be ended up being 3-0. But that's the reason why they play these games, and one of the reasons why they play these games is so players like Marian Nieto can score 32 points like she did last week, or actually just the other day, and that was against Eunice. So she's hoping for another one of those. Of course, so is the team. They would also like to see if she's unable to do that, the captain, and maybe somebody else can step up and do it as well. Let's see, I'm going to get the starters. I'm going to take a break, be back in a moment. We're going to continue coverage right here. We've got 90 seconds before the game gets started. Be back in just a moment.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
All right, once again, this is Jal Panther basketball. The Lady Panthers are going to be starting out first. And we're going to get you the lineup here in just a moment. I think we're going to get our national anthem before that. We do have Aliyah Navarrete, number 5. She's a freshman. Number 10, sophomore Peyton Lujan, along with number 13, senior Jonna Butts. Number 15, junior Itzel Ramirez. And those are the bench players, and they are just going to go ahead and get the lineups. Fontanea, okay. Bergen. Sounds like rain. All right. So for your starters for the Jal Panthers, it'll be number 1, who scored 32 points, 12 of 16 from the line, junior Marine Nieto. Number 2, sophomore Natalia Rivera, 2 of 4. She scored 4 points the other day. Charisma Rodriguez, number 4, the junior. She scored 3 points, 1 or 2 from the line. And Alea Navarrete, the freshman, number 5. She had 2 points as well. Number 12, Caden Lujan with 2 points, the freshman. And number 21, sophomore Abigail Dardone. 15 of 24 is what they were on the line. They were just 9 short of getting it perfect, but that's all right. Once again, they had a huge game last week, and they're wanting to get another one again this week as well, whether it be with Marion or with anybody on the line or on the bench. I have a feeling that this is going to be a good one. It's going to come down to basically who has a better defense and who can get it done on the free throw line. I think it's going to be that tight, that close, and whoever wins the free throws as well as the turnover competition, I think is going to walk away with a victory on this one. Of course, both of those are dire because this is a district game for both teams, as some teams have had extra games to play. Getting a pause for the break of the national anthem. Be back in a moment.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
Well, all right, we are about to get underway on this one as both teams are getting set up to get the floor. Once again, the starters for both sides are on the floor. It'll be Dumas, Fontanella, along with McLevane, Crow, and Wieland for the Lady Wolverines. Of course, it'll be Nieto Rivera. It'll be Rodriguez, Lujan, and Dardone as they win the tip. The Jal Panthers do. And it'll be in the hands of Lujan over to a long pass. Good, as long as Dardone gets it, and she did. Gets it back across, over to Dardone again, top of the key, over to the left-hand side. Thought about a three, did not take it. Gets it back over to Lujan again. That is going to be Caden Lujan. And trying to see what the defense will give. Looks like a 2-3 zone on that one as they are moving around with the ball. I've seen that a lot on these defensive, especially for the district. Pushes it inside. Natalia, she tries to take a shot, but it goes out of bounds. Last touched by the the Wolverine. That's Macy, the sophomore, number 4. So no turnover on that one, and it'll be Charisma with a three-pointer on the way, and that nothing but net for Caden. First points of the game. Good to go, 3-0 early in this contest with 7:10 to go. Crossed and up for a shot. Misses off the back of the rim. That's going to be Wieland. It's a long rebound for the Wolverines. Gets it back into the hands of, looks like Wieland. Misses another shot. And the rebound finally goes to, that'll be Natalia. But she loses that one. That'll be a turnover for Jal Panthers. So rebound for Natalia. As they set up the offense, it'll be once again in the hands of Kaylee. Wieland, the senior. Trying to work it around, but could not. Instead, gets it now to Crow. Inside, almost lost it, but did find the handle for it, was McLevin. And now puts it up and in for two. That'll be the sophomore Macy. 3-2 is the score. Going back the other way now. Caden. Back Caden on just the right elbow, or left elbow. Now to the right wing. Inside, tries to push up a shot, misses, and will be turned over. Not a shot, but a turnover instead. And a travel, so that'll be the first turnover for the Lady Wolverines. Again, turnover is going to be a key issue. 6:02, 3-2 is the score, though, in the first. Caden Lujan with the ball right now. Back over to Dardon, back to Lujan, over to the right left wing. That's Charisma, goes underneath the basket, but loses the handle. Third turnover for the Lady Panthers. It goes across the timeline again once for Dumas. Tries to hit a shot, but misses, goes out of bounds, but goes off the hands of Natalia. So no turnover for the Wolverines as they inbound the ball with 5:45 to go in the first. Off to the right wing. Into the perimeter, into the paint now to Macy. And tried to shot, misses it. That is going to be Crow. And it'll be a foul. Body foul as it was actually Marion who had to pick herself up off the floor. 5:34, and the first one goes to Fontanella. So teams first with 5:30 to go in the first. Back crossed again. Charisma to Dardon to Lujan, and back to Dardon once again as she gets to the top of the arc, setting up the offense, getting it back to, that is Dardon. Sorry, that is Lujan. Over to the left wing, back to, that is Lujan. Nieto, and now that is Charisma Rodriguez. Inside, fed it to Natalia, and unfortunately she had to back up to get there, and she lost the ball, or she lost that possession with a travel. Number 4 turnover for the Lady Panthers. 4:53 to go now. Inbound. Gets it across, loses the handle, and it will go out of bounds. I think that's going to be last touch, unfortunately. Actually, it will be by the Wolverines. Looks like that was last touch by Stevens, who is in the game, the sophomore. Inbound of the ball for the Panthers. Now to the hands of Caden Lujan. Gets it over to Charisma, stops, turns around, uses up her dribble, and had to get it off to Dardon. Three-pointer on the way, and swish. Nothing but net for Abigail, and there has been 2 trays, both of them by the Lady Panthers. Be a push on number 12. That is going to be, of course, Caden, the one who just hit the first 3. So teams first as well, her first. Inbound of the ball will be Kane. Into the hands of Klein. Goes in the backcourt, and that'll be a backcourt violation as trying to get the ball was Whelan. So turnover number 2 for Texico. Inbound of the ball on the side with 4:21 to go. 6-2 is the score. And Dardon with the ball. Tried to get it slapped out of her hand, but she held on to it. Top of the arc now to the left elbow. And Charisma, who gets punched out, is trying to get after it. It is not a backcourt violation, but it will be a jump ball. And the possession looks like it's going to go to the Wolverines. Unfortunately, that means a turnover for the Lady Panthers. Turnover number 5 for the Lady Panthers. 6-2. They hold a 4-point lead with 4:05 in the first. Now with Wieland. Back inside, going to feed it underneath and try to get back over to Whelan once again. She does keep the ball, but gets it stripped away. That is going to be by, it looks like that is Dardone. Goes coast to coast, misses her shot, and will be rebounded instead by the Wolverines. That is going to be Stevens. So 18 rebounds last week. This time that was the shot that was missed. She got her own rebound, tries again, gets the draws the foul. That is going to be for Crow. She was able to get the rebound. And now will be the second team foul for Panthers, as that one goes to Marion. First one. First opportunities for free throws. First one is up and will sink in. A high arc on that one as it finds the sweet spot. 3:31, 6-3, half the lead now. One more opportunity, and here goes Crow. She banks it in, or she bounces it in. 2 for 2 on the line, 6-4, 2-point lead for the Lady Panthers. 3:31 to go, and it is Marion with the ball. She gets double teamed, or triple teamed actually, as it gets to Charisma. Gets it over to the left wing to Dardone. Now to Caden, who is directing traffic, trying to get somebody to run across. Instead, we'll go to the left wing, back over to the center. Inside, and that will be a timeout from Coach Simmons. We'll take one with him. It is 6-3, 3:13 to go in the first. We'll be back in a moment on this timeout right here on the Panther Network.
Iron Horse.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Once again, 3:13 to go right here in Jal as the Lady Panthers are going to be inbounding underneath their basket. Gets into the hands of Dardone. She backs up a little bit to the timeline, getting her offense set. It is blocked. Goes out of bounds, and that probably would have been on Texico, but instead I think, nope, Texico did go out of on Macy Klein. So continues to have the ball, are the Lady Panthers, as they get it back into the back court for Dardone. She's going to cross the timeline. Almost up, she did. She stepped on the line, and if she went back a little bit too far, I was going to say something, but ref was right there, and it'll be turnover number 6 for the Lady Panthers. Inbounding the ball, looks like that is going to be Braylee Kane into the hands of Wheeland. Over now to Breda Stevens. As Macy Klein tried to work around Nieto, could not do that, and now it's back up top to Wheeland. Over to Breeley, freshman. Turns around, tries to drive lane. She gets an open lane and puts it in. She gets the bank on it as well for 2. Nicely done. 6-6 tie. 2:27 to go in the first. Almost stolen by Wheeland, but instead did get it for the first steal from Macy Klein. It's pretty much one-on-one. Klein versus Rodriguez. With 2:17 to go, and Panthers with the ball still. Lady Panthers now in the hands of Caden Lujan. Crosses the timeline, gets it over to the right wing to Peyton Lujan. Peyton's in the game now. To Nieto. Tries a teardrop shot, misses, gets her own rebound, and does drop that one in for 2 on the rebound as well. So nice cleaning of the glass. Give her a Windex as a player on the floor injured a little bit. That's Texico player. 2 minutes to go, minute 59 to be exact. We'll pause for a moment as that was actually not going to take any time as she's about to get walked off. That is the sophomore Stevens, number 34, who has some injury on her left leg, whether it be her ankle, her knee, but she is hopefully going to be back and fine after that short pause. 8-6 once again. Inbounding the ball once again will be Macy Klein. Back to Macy. Looks like there can be a full court press on for the Lady Panthers. Does get it across the timeline. Now back over the hands of Breeley Kane. And now it's Wheeland. Going to set her up. Did so. Just did not get that trajectory right as Charisma gets the rebound, but that looked like, actually it was Virgin who had the opportunity to get that shot to go in, and instead will be a missed opportunity. 1:33 to go, 8-6, and Jal with the ball as they cross the timeline. Get into the hands of Peyton Lujan, who gets double teamed. Does get it out to Charisma, gets it bounced out, does get it stolen. It will go the other way. Going to give that to, nicely done to Macy as she gets her first 2 points. An assist is going to be to Kane. And also the steal. Other way, handling it, having some trouble handling it was Butts. And getting the steal was Whalen. Going back the other way. Gets it underneath the basket. Push foul as she gets in as well. So count the and one. This time around it's going to work for Breeley as she gets the assist. And the and one will be on the push. That'll be against. It'll be Caden Lujan's second. Team's third. So the and one once again goes to Breeley. She is putting it up and drops it in. 3 for 3 on the line for the team. And now have the lead 11-8 with just under a minute to go, 48 seconds to be exact. To the right wing. And into the hands of that is going to be Navarrete, who is in the game now, of course. Tries to bounce it inside to Jana, but instead a wild pass goes out of bounds. Turnover for the Lady Panthers. That is number 7 for them. Only 2 for the Lady Wolverines. Big difference on those two. Inside, feeds underneath. Nicely done as she also gets a push on her back for Macy Klein. Gets 2 more points. That's 4 altogether and an and one for the Sting. So it's 28.5 seconds remaining. 13-8 is the score. 5-point lead as it is Natalia coming in for Marion. And getting that was Marion, her second as well. So she's a little bit in foul trouble. She's only had 2 points in this game. That one drops. 5 for 5. Perfect on the line so far for the team. 14-8, 6-point lead. Jana with the ball. Tries to drive underneath, gets double teamed. And instead will get the call of the travel, 20.36. Try to get around and get it passed out, but instead her feet shuffled a little bit. And that's what caused that travel. 20 seconds to go. Crossing the timeline, that'll be Whalen. And lost the ball, lost it again, so that's 2 on each side, or 1 on each side. Puts it up and glances it off the glass for 2. That is Macy Klein, 2 more points. As the shot is tried, could not make it. And that'll be the end of the first. 16-8, we've got a doubled up score against the Jal Lady Panthers. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here, all on the Jal Panther Network.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
All right, well, this first quarter, it saw 7 points from Macy Klein, 3 buckets, and 1 trip to the line. Also had 2 points from Crow, 3 points from Burgeon, and a couple of buckets each, 1 for Kane and 1 for Dumas. Meanwhile, it's only been 8 points altogether. That's a couple of trays. It'll be for Lujan, Kate Lujan, and Abigail Dardone, who had those trays, and Marian Nieto with 2 to give you the 8. So not a lot of scoring going on, but for the average, 13 points is what the Jal Lady Panthers average. So they're 5 below on that one. 3 turnovers for the Texico Wolverines. Is that one is going to be a turnover? So that's 1 for them as that's Rivera who gets the steal. Gets it across the timeline. Double team, trying to get it out. Does. And they are all over the defense on that one as it was Natalia who had the ball. And it could be against Crow, Kenzie Crow. And it will be her first, team's first. So not a shooting foul, but it will be a stop the clock and continue with the ball for Lady Panthers. 7:36 remaining. Back to Marion, over to Dardone. And inside, Marion pushes it back out again for a three-pointer. Off the front of the rim for Caden Lujan as the rebound goes to Wheeland, her first. Pushes it up, puts it in. That's going to be Dumas for her second points. And now pushes the lead to 10. Meanwhile, the other way, missed opportunity for Marion. She wasn't able to get that layup as she did last week. And a turnover, and a quick turnover back again to Dardone as she was able to steal that one before going out of bounds. Timeout on the floor, 6:56 to go. It's a 10-point lead for Lady Wolverines. I'm going to stop for a moment, be back as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Back in action as the Jal Panthers trying to catch them off guard. Did not, but are underneath their basket. Get it underneath the Marion Nieto. And now over to Abigail Dardone on the left wing. Tries to pass it over to Caden and overthrows it. And that'll be another turnover for Jal. That is number 9. 6:40 to go in the first half. Inbound of the ball will be McClavine. Now in the hands of Macy Dumas. Macy's got it once again inside. Stolen by Natalia. She goes across the timeline. And she's going to go coast to coast, but she's going to fall as bodies collide. But she is probably going to be going, well, she wasn't going into the shooting motion yet. So it'll be a foul against Wheeland, her first. Team's third for Texico. Back out to Nieto. Over to Lujan. And now Dardone has it. Going to go inside, drive the lane. Does, but hits the bottom of the hoop. And it goes the other way for a rebound. This time, that is going to be, let's see, it looked like that was Wheeland who had the rebound. And the shot put up, but missed by Dumas. Goes out of bounds, 6:11 to go. 10-point lead still. Caden Lujan with the ball. Now over to Dardone. Abigail with the ball. Now double team. As she gets around the double team, gets it back over to the left wing, puts it up for a three. Misses off the side and will be rebounded once again by Wheeland, her third. Gets across the timeline. Now in the hands of Macy, the sophomore, back over to Wheeland. She's going to set up the offense. Get it to the right wing for a long two, and she does get it. That's an assist for Wheeland. And a two-pointer that is going to be for, oh, that's right, McClavin. McKelvane. Underneath the basket, that is going to be Natalia trying to get a shot, but instead will draw the foul. Foul looks like it's going to go against Macy. Actually, it'll be Kira, the senior. Her second, team's fourth, and one more, and that'll put Jal in the bonus for the rest of this 5:26. But that was not a shooting foul, so they're going to inbound the ball underneath. Going to go out of bounds, but last touch once again by Wolverine. So 5:25 still, not a lot of time to win off the clock on that play. Gets it back to Nieto. Beyond, goes in, drives the lane, gets double team. Rebound's going to go to Macy Klein, her first. It's going to be stolen, and it'll be Abigail Dardone who's going to get the ball. Travel on the other side, and unfortunately that's going to be a turnover for the Panthers. 5:11 to go, no change in the score, 20-8. And the Wolverines with the ball, crossing the timeline to Whelan. From there to a three-pointer on the way, misses off everything, but a rebound and a putback, and that is going to be for Macy Klein. Macy's got 9 points so far in this contest. Klein with another steal on that one. Actually, no, that wasn't Klein, but Klein right there, 2 more points. And she is helping the cause for the Lady Wolverines. Rebound by Crow and a timeout by the Lady Panthers. It is 4:43, 24-8 is the score, and unfortunately, Panthers are trying to stop the bleeding. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
So far, it has been Macy Klein, the senior, who has scored 11 points so far in this game, 11 of the 24 coming from her. Macy Dumas with 4 points and 2 apiece for Kane, Burgeon, and McClaven. Actually, 3 points for Burgeon and 2 for Crow as she has hit the line. There has been no free throws from the Lady Panthers, as it had been 5 for 5 so far, or 4 for 4 so far from the Lady Wolverines. 4:43 to go, and here we go with the remainder of this first half. Double team once again. They like to do that a lot. This time for Rodriguez. Gets around it, gets underneath to Natalia. And she tries to put up a shot, misses, but will draw the foul this time. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. It was the 5th, and they are in bonus as that one goes against, should be against Macy, and it is her first. So once again, team's 5th. On the line to shoot to will be Natalia. And she makes the first one. One more opportunity to get closer, or at least lower this deficit with 4:29 to go, 29-4. Up and off the back of the rim, misses but gets the rebound is Natalia. Over to Dardone on the right wing. Pushes inside, loses the handle, and will be a turnover for Jal. Looks like a travel on that one as it goes the other way, so a turnover for the Wolverines. Oh, and that was a, there we go. Nope. Going back the other way quickly is Peyton Lujan, double team, trying to get out of it, but instead gets flung to the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go to the Wolverines. So another turnover for Jal. 4:06, 24-9. Or as Adam used to say, 9:24. It's back now in the hands of Breeley, freshman. To Whelan, left wing now, blocked, and will be taken by Charisma. Back to Nieto, going to run the lane. Nope, she's going to stop, turn around, and get it back to Lujan. That is Caden Lujan. Gets it to Nieto once again, inside, lost the handle, and that'll be a turnover for Jal, unfortunately. Tries to get inside and does, but has to push it back out to Whelan on the post. Up for three and misses off the front. Nieto with the rebound. I think she had 10 last week. It would have made a double-double. She gets into the hands of Abigail Dardone. Actually, that is Caden Lujan. And it'll be a jump ball this time. Looks like it'll be going to the Lady Panthers. Couldn't handle the ball as she it got tied up on the floor. 3:23 remaining in the first half. And Rodriguez with the ball, going to inbound it. Short to Nieto, could not handle it. And now it'll be a Wolverine. That'll be a turnover once again for the Jal Lady Panthers. Good pass underneath the basket, turns around, tries to get to the shot to fall and does not. Instead, misses for Lucy Whalen. And I believe that was rebound, of course, by Panthers. Go back the other way quickly are the Lady Wolverines. One word, 2:46, 24-9. It's been a while since the other team has scored. We're still a little time left as that one goes underneath. Nicely done, fed in to Macy Klein, and she continues to add to her points and to the Wolverines as well. Inside and Nieto gets double teamed underneath. Nicely done as Charisma tries to get the shot, misses, and will be rebounded by Klein. Actually, that's Whalen. To the right wing for a two, long two, misses off the front. That'll be for Breeley Kane. Rebounded by, that'll be Caden Lujan. Goes coast to coast, pushes up the shot, misses off the side. Rebounded by, that'll be Charisma. Lujan once again tries to get a shot put up and instead gets double teamed. Will get to draw the foul though, as Charisma had her second rebound. That'll be a shot for two. I don't know why they're going to the sideline, but it's supposed to be a shot for two as it is in the bonus with just under 2 minutes to go, 1:56 to be exact. And that foul is going to go against. That'll be Kane. Three substitutions coming in for the Lady Panthers, including Itzel Ramirez along with Natalia, and it'll be Elia Navarrete. First one misses for. That'll be for Dardone. Sorry, not Dardone, Lujan. One more opportunity as this is their first time on the line. Misses that one as well. Rebound is going to be by Crow. Second one. Gets it across the timeline with 1:50 to go. That'll be Whelan to her right wing, or left wing actually, inside. Underneath, puts it up for two, and will draw the foul. Unfortunately, that's Caden Lujan is going to draw the foul, and that'll be against Kinsey Crow. So that's her third for Caden. And the first one goes and misses off the side of the rim. First miss for the Wolverines. Going out will be Wheeland. Wheeland looks like it'll be Burgeon. That one missed as well. Rebound by, that'll be Navarrete. Out in the hands of Itzel Ramirez. Over to Nieto. Inside, try to feed it to Natalia, but got blocked by three players. Turnover for the Jal Lady Panthers. 15 already for the game. Now in the hands of Kane. Back to Kane on the top of the arc to the left wing. Back right elbow. Turns around, gets it to her right elbow. Three on the way. Nobody there as it gets rebounded and put up by Crow and misses that shot as well. Looks like a jump ball. Possession will be, again, for the Wolverines. 1:05 to go in the first half. Almost had the 5 second, but did not. Instead, triple team now under the basket. Going to just put it up, and man, just banked it in. That was just a desperation shot for Kinsey, and she made it anyway. And she made it look easy. 28-9 now. Triple teamed. That was a bad shot by Nieto, and she knows it, but that's the way it goes sometimes as it gets in the hands for the rebound. Well, that was for Stevens. 38.93 seconds remaining. Inbounding the ball for the Wolverines will be Kinsey Crow. Tried to get it back to her, and instead will go out of bounds. Turnover 4. That's just the 7th turnover for. Actually, no, it's not. It ended up not being a turnover because it was last touched by a Panther. 35.66 remaining. Inbound of the ball. Gets it to the hands of the scorer, and she is going to bounce that one in. That was Lucy Whalen. Now to Nieto, who is not having her moment in the sun as she misses that shot. Goes off, and we rebounded by Stevens. 14 seconds to go. Going to push up a shot on the right, on the left wing, and nothing but net. Second shot in a row for Whelan. 32-9, and everything's coming up Wolverines. In fact, they stole the ball once again. 1 second to go, and time expires. 32-9 is the score as we get into the halftime, and it is not a good situation for the Lady Panthers. Lady Wolverines up by 24 or 23, and we'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here, all on the Jal Panther Network.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Well, thank you very much for being here on this nice Tuesday evening, or early evening, pre-evening as some people would say. The pre-evening is showing up, though, to be all Wolverines. We expected this more in the second game than the first, but we have a doubleheader going on. Of course, the girls will be here along with the boys afterwards. We're going to cover everything as much as we can. Let's start off with the Lady Wolverines, number 3, a 12-6 record, three-game winning streak, and 2-1 in the district. They did lose to Tatum just last week. So let's see what's going on as we have 13 points from Macy Klein. Nobody has hit a three-pointer, but they've had, let's see, that's 4 of 6 from the line so far in this game. We'll talk about that, of course. 4 points for Lucy Whalen, who just got those at the end of that half, as well as 2 points for Avery McClaven. It was Burgeon who came in off the bench and got 3 points, one with the bucket and one afterwards on the free throw line. Also have 4 points for Macy Domas and 2 points for Briley Kane, the freshman. and they have scored 16 points in the first quarter, and 16 points in the second quarter, and they have been very their offense has been in rhythm, and so that means that they've been able to score 16 in each quarter so far. Meanwhile, 8 points in the first quarter, unfortunately for the Panthers, who had a 16-8 deficit in the first, only were able to get 1 point in the second quarter, and that gets you their 9. How'd they do that? Well, that was Nieto with 2 points off a bucket. Had a three-pointer from Caden Lujan and a three-pointer from Abigail Dardon. So 3 in scoring position with actually no 4, because Natalia had 1 of 2 on the line. They have been 1 of 4 from the free throw line so far. Again, the other day against Eunice, they were 15 of 24. So they still have that ability to be able to shoot a little bit better than what they did last week, but they're going to have to get some opportunities. So we've had 4 so far and hit 1 of those 4. But they need a lot more than just free throws, as this one gets into the third quarter here with just 5.5 to go in this half. So we talked about the fact that Tatum is first in the district, and Jal is the only other team that has undefeated so far in District 2-0. But Tatum has faced 4 teams. 4-0 is their is the record. Texico 2-1. One of the teams that Tatum beat was Texico. 1-3 is Eunice. Loving is 0-2, and Hagerman is 0-3. Of course, they're all playing tonight as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. Next game is going to be Thursday. It'll be Hagerman. Yeah, I know. We played them just the other day, it seems like. Well, we get to play them again here. In that last game against Hagerman, it was just a 6-point. Actually, that's the wrong one. Let's see. It was a win for the Lady Panthers, 48-12, and looking to do that again. But they'd also like to see if they can come back here and erase this 24 or 23-point lead. Or sorry, lead. Yeah, that the visiting Wolverines, Lady Wolverines, have against them. Let's take a break. Be back in a moment as we continue to thank our sponsors, of course, without whom we would not be able to get these games on the air for free for you. It's going to be on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube. Yes, indeed. Sit right where you're at, and we'll be back in just a few.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome back as we had the men warming up for them as they're going to be next on the docket after this game, of course. But, yeah, this is the middle of a doubleheader right now. Unfortunately, not going the Lady Panthers' way. 32-9 is the score right now. But we do have the second half coming up here in just a few. And we're hoping to see a little more competition. I had thought that this would be one of those that was going to be very evenly matched as far as their records and their numbers. But, of course, that's why they play the games here. Otherwise, it would be pretty much easy peasy. And you'd always see the top teams win. That's why it was a little shocking to see Tatum beat this Texico team. But, nevertheless, you know, sometimes you have a bad night. And right now, Jal has had a bad first half, and they're hoping to bounce back in the second and be able to get back in this game, but they're going to have to do it very strongly. And the Nieto would love to get that 32 points once again after she scored it last week and had the Player of the Week honors for her, so congratulations to her about that. She was able to outscore Eunice throughout that time they played each other. So again, hoping to see somebody step up. It doesn't have to be Nieto, but it would be nice. Nevertheless, though, would be nice once again. Maybe even two players come out here and get a couple of assists and even get back slowly, as the defense also is going to have to stop this Lady Wolverines from scoring 16 in the first and 16 in the second to get this consistency that they have a little off kilter. So let's go ahead and get back into it as we have. The tip was won by Jal, so they'll be inbounding it in this third quarter. 32-9 once again, and let's see what happens as Jal has the ball first. Tries to get it inside, but already loses it as it's a bad pass. Stolen and lost again. This time goes out of bounds. Last touch though by Natalia. And that was actually stolen. That was by Dumas. So back over. Now into the hands of McLevin. And now she gives it to her left wing. Thought about it, but instead pushes it up inside. Gets a nice shot to drop for Macy, and that's 2 points for her already. Natalia with a shot. Pushes it up and in. Nicely done. Nice answer as she gets back on the offense. 2 points. That's her first shot of the game. She had 4 points in the last game. As that one is a miss. Rebounded. That is going to be that'll be Crow, her fourth. And turnover for the Wolverines. To Dardone inside. Back out again to Natalia, who's going to push it up. Same place as she did before just a moment ago. 2 more points for her, and that's what she needs to see or wants to see is that consistent shot. 34-13, 6:42 remaining in the third quarter, as that is going to be a pass that's going to go out of bounds. That's just going to be a backcourt violation. It would have been out of bounds, but instead she gets it in the backcourt. And will be a backcourt violation. That is going to be turnover number 2 for the Lady Wolverines. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. 6:36 to go, 34-13. We've got it down to a 21-point difference, and Jal starting to move slowly in the right direction. We'll do so as well with a commercial. Thanks again to our sponsors.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Nieto with the ball as she gets it inbounded to her over to Kaden Lujan. Lujan to the right wing now. Going to drive the lane, get double team. Going to push it up, trying for the shot, but instead draws the foul. Let's see who gets it. That'll be against. Looks like it'll be Macy. That is her second one for the Wolverines. Team's first. As it is going to be Caden Lujan to the line. She's missed 2 already. And we'll sink that one. Nothing but net. So definitely outscoring their second quarter by 1 point are the Jal Panthers. 6:26 remaining in the third quarter. And Caden with her second opportunity will get that one to drop in as well. It is now 19-point difference. And it with Burgeon pushes that over, and that was to McClaven. Misses the shot. Going to be rebounded by Dardone. Second for her. Natalia back again. Loses the handle this time. Going to go out of bounds. Last touch by her. Turnover by the Jal Panthers. Lady Panthers with 2 in this quarter. 6:03 to go. 19-point difference. 34-15. And now a press. As it is broken. Gets it across the timeline, but it's going to go barely out. Nope, she did step out of bounds. So it'll be a turnover number 3 for the Lady Wolverines. She tried to get it back in and got everything but her tootsies inside for Avery McClaven. 5:51 to go in the third quarter. To Natalia. Gets double teamed, and she's going to go ahead and get that blocking foul against her. Looks like that'll be against Avery, her first, team's second. Actually, that'll be her third. Nope, first. Looking at the wrong side. Getting back into the hands of Jal, so that's 2 for Texico. She drives inside the lane, gets underneath. Wasn't expecting that pass, I don't think, but it went out of bounds. Nieto and a Lady Wolverine, looks like that was Wieland. Either way, last touch by Texico. 5:39 inside. Got a little too close to the basket, but did draw the foul, as that was Natalia who got the pass and tried to get it underneath. Actually, no, it's just going to be out of bounds. So it's going to be out of bounds. Let's see who gets the ball. Be a turnover for Jal as it goes back to the Wolverines. 5:35 remaining. Block pass, but does get it to her teammate. And now with Kane across the timeline to Whelan, who's setting up the offense over to the left wing. Now back over to the left. Inside now, underneath the basket. Pushes it up, forces a shot, but it misses. As that was Macy Klein, who is leading the way with 13 points. 5:15, and it goes out of bounds. Still Wolverines ball. Panthers trying to keep the defense strong as that one goes around uncontested. And that'll be 2 points for Wieland. And that is not what the Jal Panthers wanted to see. Shot from Natalia misses. Rebound by Charisma. 3 on the way, I believe. In and out, no good. Going to be rebounded by Breeley. Kane with the ball now. Crosses that timeline, right wing, pushes off on a right elbow. Now left side to Whelan. Three-pointer on the way. Off the front of the rim, did not quite make it in there, and rebound by Dardone. Abigail is her third, but she loses the ball. Turnover number 4. And a nice shot from, looks like that was Wieland. 4 points for her. 38 is the score, 38-15, 23. Nieto with the rebound, but could not keep it. Number 5 for her. Up for a shot, misses, and that'll be by Burgeon. Coming in for substitutions, that'll be Jonna Butts as well as Itzel Ramirez. And going out will be Marion and Dardone. So with the ball, with 4:02 remaining, actually under 4 minutes now, will be, bad pass. Got turned over as it wasn't able to be handled, but turn it over back over to the steal. That'll be for Ramirez. Nicely done. Natalia puts it up and in. 2 more points for her as they are trying to get back into this game. Double team. Could be against, Charisma. A foul, hold foul. Number 3 on her. Second one for the team. 3:30 to go. 38-17 is the score. Not a shooting foul. So that'll put, maybe inbounded by the Lady Wolverines. 3. I think that's going to be a 5-second violation as Jal held off the inbound. So turnover 4, the Wolverines with 3:30 to go. Crossing the timeline slowly. Gets her pass, knocked back to her. She's double teamed. She gets it out. Going to go ahead and get it to Itzel Ramirez behind the timeline. Gets it across again. And another bad pass. And they are throwing those bad passes, but it'll be a jump ball after all. As it was in and out of the hands of Jonna Butts. And they keep, Texico keeps putting a hand on these passes and blocking them. It'll be a turnover for Jal. 3:09 to go, 38-17. Crossing that timeline, getting it to her left wing. Puts up a 3, actually that's me an alley-oop as it gets inside into the hands of Klein, but loses the handle, goes out of bounds. And it will be a turnover for the Texico Wolverines. Just 6 in this quarter. That is almost the same as they had in the first half. Ramirez. Back over to Itzel again. Itzel's got to get it inside, double teamed, and she was boxed out, but she will draw the foul, or get the foul, as Natalia was in the middle of that, all that. And that will be foul number 4, I believe, or number 3 anyway. That's for Breeley Kane, her second. The third team foul. 2:48 to go. As Natalia puts up another running shot. Nicely done, and she just, it's her bread and butter right now. She's made 8 in this quarter for Lady Panthers. On the other side, quick 3 on the way. Misses off the side of the rim, rebounded by, that is Natalia. Natalia. Rivera gets it across the timeline. And puts up another shot, misses. Rebound, that is going to be for Macy Klein. Klein gets it outside and almost threw it away as she was back in, out of bounds for Breeley Kane, but instead looks like she may have gotten it to be touched last by the Panthers. Kane with the ball with 2:13 to go and a substitution as Nieto comes in. Natalia comes out. 2:13 inbound once again with a lot of time going off and stolen by Jonah. And a hold on that one as well. And that'll be against Texico, their 4th. And that'll be the 3rd for Breeley. So back to half the score now. 38-19. A little bit of a better situation for the Lady Panthers. Gets it across the timeline. That'll be Kaden Lujan. And stolen, unfortunately. That'll be back again. So each have a turnover. Puts it up and drops it in for Nieto. That's 2 for her. Wheeling with the ball to the left wing. In the hands now of Burgeon. And 2 up and in. Across the timeline. Be to Kane Lujan. Tries to get it inside to Nieto, but instead draws the foul. That'll be against Kenzie Crow. And that will be number 5. That'll be put her on the line to shoot 2 for Nieto. And she has not been on the line so far. 40-21 is the score. 1:23 is the time in the third quarter. First one's going to go up. and going to be missing off the front of the rim. 12 of 16 is what she was against Eunice. So far, 0 for 1. One more opportunity right here to make a point. Same location, 0 for 2. Back across the timeline, Burgeon to the left wing. That'll be up for 3 and misses off and will be out of bounds as it hits the back of the upright of the scoreboard. 1:12 remaining. Turnover is going to be for Texico Wolverines. They have had 8 in this quarter, 7 in the first half. So it's been a bit of a difference on that one. 40-21 though, 19-point difference. Back over to Caden Lujan. Just going to go to the left wing. Inside, and that'll be called off. The shot will be for Nieto. But the push foul is going to be against the Lady Wolverines. Wait a minute, that's going to be a shooting foul, as they just noticed, against Stevens. So to the line to shoot 2. Is going to be Navarrete. First one misses. Trying to make the most of their opportunities, but so far they missed a few of their free throws the Lady Panthers have. Second one is up and off, and no, it's going to miss as well. Rebound, long rebound, that'll be from Nieto. Misses the shot is Jana, and will be rebounded by, that'll be Macy, her fourth. Across the timeline with just 48 seconds to go in this third quarter. It's still a 19-point deficit for the Lady Panthers. Fifth in the 2A. Third for Texico as that one goes up. Will be against Butts, or will it be against Nieto? Let's see. That'll be against Jana Butts, her first. For the captain, as it is 35.32 seconds. First one for this free throw is going to make it off the back of the rim. For Macy Klein, that's the first of the second half. One more opportunity, misses, and will be rebounded by Nieto. That is her fifth. Caden Lujan over to Butts. Actually, that was Ramirez inside. Nieto could not make it. Rebounded by, that'll be Burgeon. So that is a 2 off the back of the rim. Rebounded by, that'll be Caden Lujan. And Caden with the coast to coast right there. First points of the second. So with that, it is the end of the third quarter. We've got a 41-23 score as we get into the fourth. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage all right here on the Jal Panther Network. Stay tuned.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Third quarter, and Jal has made a little bit of an impact getting back into it. They had to, as they have, 23. So that is 14 points in that third quarter. Meanwhile, with just 9 points for Texico. So once again, 41-23. But it's going to take at least 25 extra points to get back in this game for Lady Panthers. Not saying they can't do it. It's just Texico has been limiting their opportunities and ability to be able to get scores like they would like to in the past. Of course, both sides had good numbers on both offense and defense, limiting to their opponents to around 31 to 32 points a game. Bad pass gets out of the hands of Natalia, and turnover number 1 in this quarter for the Lady Panthers. 7 was all they had in the third. Gives it across the timeline, over to the left wing. Back to the top of the arc, over to the right elbow. Puts it inside, gets it to her player, but instead feeds it back out again for 2, misses. And that'll be back again, another try. And it is bounced off. Looks like that was bounced off of Crow from Natalia, but no, instead. No, actually it was. So a turnover for the Wolverines, first one of the quarter. 7:27 to go. Head of steam, and unfortunately, when she stopped, she drug her pivot foot, and it'll be a turnover 4. That'll be Charisma. To the left wing. Back to the near top of the arc, over to the right elbow. Now right wing. As she went across, Macy up and going to draw the foul. That'll be the sophomore, and against Charisma, her second actually. Team's first shooting foul, so Macy on the line to shoot 2. Her first opportunity. And that one goes in. Just her second opportunity to score in this half. She had 4 points in the half. She's had 2 since, and now she's made 3. One more opportunity. Misses off the back, rebounded, and going to be put back up, but no, it's going to be missed. Second rebound, gets it in, and that'll be for Crow. First points of this quarter, or actually the half. Could not be handled by Natalia, goes the other way. And now in the hands of Macy. 2 once again, Wheeland on the left wing. Now left corner, back to the left. Right now for Macy. And blocked out of bounds as she gets into the stands. That'll be Nieto. So struggling to get some stops are the Lady Panthers, but Lady Wolverines proving that they can move the ball well. To Macy, over to the left wing. In the hands of McClevin. Underneath, try to get first shot, but instead will be rebounded by Nieto. Now in the hands of Caden Dardone, and she's about to cross the timeline. To Charisma inside. Nieto going to feed it over to Natalia all alone. Pushes it up and in. Nice assist as well. As 2 more points for Natalia. All of her points so far have been in the second half. Nieto trying to play defense, did a pretty good job, but could not keep it from going out of bounds. And instead, actually, will draw the foul, as that one was drawn against Kinsey, her third, team's first. So turnover 4, Texico. Charisma underneath, double team. Goes ahead, just throws it off of Kinsey and her knee as it goes out of bounds. So no loss of possession, as instead inbound or coming in will be, that'll be Macy Klein coming out. Is going to be Kinsey Crow. So Crow out. Gets underneath. Nicely done for Nieto. She pushes it up, draws the foul as she was trying to get that shot to go in, but instead will go on the line to shoot 2. She has missed her 2 free throws so far in this game, and they've all come in the second half. 44-25 is the score. As the first one opportunity is going to go in. 1 of 3 so far, and she can make it 2 of 4 by getting this one. And with 5:43 to go, let's see what she does with this shot. Up and in, 2 for 2 on that trip. 2 of 4, stolen, and Charisma tried to get the ball, but instead it will go out of bounds. Let's see, Charisma with the steal. And a foul as it'll go against. Unfortunately, that'll be Charisma. her third, team's second. Try to get the press, instead goes out and will be blocked. Very nicely goes out of bounds by Nieto, her first block. 5:31 to go, 44-27. Gets it back out again to the left wing. Thought about it. Nope. Instead, she's going to get it inside to Macy. Draws the rebound for Macy Klein and gets the end one or two involved instead. And that's 46-27 again. Oh, a little bit of a walk, but got away with it as she didn't quite have the ball. It was Nieto. And now it's going to be on the floor as Peyton Lujan is on there, as well as Wheeland. And we'll go the other way. Of course, that'll be a turnover 4. Even though they tried their hardest to keep the ball, that'll be Jal's third turnover of this quarter. 46-27, 5 to go. Dumas, back to Dumas again. Macy with the ball, over to Wheeland. Almost threw it away. Instead, turns around, and let's see. Timeout will be on the floor as it will be taken by the Wolverines. McClavin had the ball and could not get away from her defender. 46-27, 4:45 to go. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for watching.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
We are back as it is a 19-point lead for the Lady Wolverines. 4:45 to go, and Natalia talking to one of her coaches before she goes back out on the floor. As Rivera, along with Nieto, that'll be Kaden Lujan, Charisma, and I believe Dardon's going to be out there as well. Nevertheless, it's Peyton Lujan. Inside, back out again for Wheeland. Going to go ahead and get it to Macy, and going to be a turnover. That'll be another one for Texico, as is a steal for Nieto. Inside to Caden Lujan, could not get the drive to go or draw the foul, and will be turned over. Nicely done, as it is in the hands of Wheeland, as she was able to get 2 more points up and in for her cause. Up and under for Nieto, and she just could not get that one to drop, but she does get her own rebound. Back over to Caden Lujan, who draws and goes inside to Nieto. Once again, same situation. Hit the bottom of the rim, but will draw the foul. That'll be a shooting foul against. Looks like that'll be first for Macy Klein. Nieto is 2 of 4 from the line, and that's all been in the second quarter, or second half, I should say. First opportunity is up, and good inside. Nice roll on that one. She has made her last 3 free throws. 20-point difference, though, and that is not getting any smaller with 3:52. That is getting smaller, the clock. One more opportunity, and it is in. 2 for 2, so 4 for 4, 4 for the last 4. Stolen by Jal. Could not make that opportunity. It was Caden with 2 steals in a row. And now a foul. Against, that'll be Crow, her 4th. And that'll be one more, and she'll be fouled out. 4th foul, too, so one more foul against the visiting team, and that means that the Panthers will be on the line for the bonus. Inbounded ball will be Charisma. Gets it to Natalia, gets underneath the basket, does put up a teardrop, misses the shot, Rebound will be for Breeley. Her second. We'll get it across the timeline against Caden Lujan. Over to, that'll be Kane. And she's going to slide with the ball. I don't know if she was out of bounds or a walk, but nevertheless, though, it'll be a turnover for the Wolverines. Coming in, Navarrete, and coming out will be Charisma Rodriguez. 3:22 to go, 49-28, or 48-29. And Caden with the ball. A little high on that bounce as she is caught traveling. She couldn't control her dribbling and loses the ball, and the possession goes back over to Texico and Lady Wolverines. Coming out will be Caden Lujan, and Itzel Ramirez will be in as they press in the back court. Stop pressing, go ahead and get to the front court. Puts up a shot, misses, and will be rebounded by Natalia. Goes coast to coast, go out of bounds, and that'll be last touch by the Wolverines. Still maintain possession are the Lady Panthers. Just under 3 minutes to go, 2:57 to be exact. 48-29, and we also have the boys coming up right after this, a doubleheader. So it is not over with yet, although Texico, we'll talk about them in a moment, they are very tough, as they always are in their top three. Gets into the hands of Texico, gets across the timeline over to, that is a shooter that is going to roll it in and out, nope, it went out, Virgin. I didn't see who got the rebound, but I think it was going to be for Kane. (48-29), 2:49 to go, and Coach Simmons talking about the fact that that was a fifth foul. I don't know why they've had 4 on there. Now they've got 5. They fixed it. Officials fixed it. Foul will go against Breeley, her 4th. And on the line to shoot 2, that's Rivera. She's been 1 of 2. And does not get that one to drop in. It bounces around and out to the left. One more opportunity as it is 48-29. I'd like to get at least 30. Actually, I could get 50, but that's not going to happen right now. That one drops out as well. 0 for 2 on that trip to the line. Gets it across the timeline to Briad Stevens. Stevens had the ball for a second. That's over to Wieland. Virgin back to Wieland. Top of the arc, 2:25 remaining. Now back over to the right wing. Inside, could not get it to her, but did get it to Macy. Actually, that's Kane. Drops her first bucket of the second half. 50-29, loses the ball. That'll be number 6 at least for Lady Panthers in this fourth quarter. 2 minutes approaching. Top of the arc now for Kane, for the freshman. And now on the left wing. And a timeout, as could not figure out exactly what she was going to do that with Stevens. So a timeout for the sophomore and for the team. 1:52 remaining, 50-29 is the score. We'll be back in 30 as we continue coverage right here on the Hobbs Eagle Network, also on YouTube.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
For the Panthers, it's all about overcoming adversity. With 1:52 to go, it's pretty much a lost cause, but they would like to see some good play in the last under 2 minutes to go in this game, as they are still ranked at number 5 currently. Bad pass, but it is picked up. That is going to be by Klein into the hands of Macy. She gets worked on by Nieto. Almost loses the ball, in fact. Will be a push foul. As there was 4 players over there, will be a push foul against Kane Lujan. That'll be her 4th, one more, and she'll be out of the game. Team's 3rd, so not in bonus yet, but Panthers, of course, are still in bonus. 50-29, a minute 38 to go, or 98 seconds. Pass over to Kane for the freshman. Does drop that in for a deuce. So she's had 6 points in this, 4 in the second half. Peyton Lujan with the ball as she crosses the timeline, gets it over to Navarrete. Double team, back to the top of the for 3 for Peyton. Misses that shot. It'll be rebounded by Kinsey. Back across the timeline will be Wheeland to her right wing with a minute 5. To Macy. Over to Wheeland once again, left arc. And now on the top of the arc, she is being defended by against Katie. And now to the left. 49 seconds to go. Looks like it is just a clock running situation for Crow. Loses the handle. Another turnover as it is Nieto who puts up her body for 2 more to try to get back into this game and score 52-31. 30 seconds to go now, and it is Macy Klein over to Wheeland, who was just happy to have the ball. And will be defended by against Peyton Lujan. Almost had it taken away, but instead it'll be a foul against Navarrete, looks like. Number 4 for the team. It could be her first. Yep, that is her first for Navarrete, the freshman. So inbound the ball with 16.92 seconds remaining. And pretty much locking up this victory for Lady Wolverines. 13-6 is the record for the Lady Wolverines, as that was going to be a turnover. It'll be taken by Navarrete, her first. And didn't see who got that one. Looks like that was going to be Wheeland with that last second shot as they also stole the ball. So that is the score. 54-31 is the final. We'll pause for a moment, be back as we continue coverage right here. We have the second game. The boys will be up next. And of course, we'll have it all for you right here. Take care, and we'll be back in a moment.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
All right, once again, unfortunately, that is a loss. 2-1 on the record for district, while Texico goes to 3-1 on the district record as well. 13-6 for the season for the number 3 team versus 12-7 for the number 5 team, the Lady Panthers. Let's talk about the numbers. Let's start off with the Panthers this time. Let's do something a little different. As I have 11 points for Rivera. She had she had 1 of 4 from the line, and all of her points come from buckets. It was 5 altogether. There was 3 for Nieto, as she just wasn't able to get too many points, or as many as she would like to have, but she was able to get 4 of 6 from the line, so at least she made it up for it on there. And my dyslexia is kicking in strong. Let's see, 2 of 4. Meanwhile, Navarrete had 2 opportunities on the line, just could not get it to drop, so 0 for 2. Kane Lujan had a tray in the first, and that was only 1 of 2 for the game. No trays in the second, as it was dry. 2 points, or 2 out of 4 on the line for Kane Lujan. 7 points altogether for the game. And Abigail Dardone all in the first with her tray. She ended up with 3 points. It was 8 rebounds for Nieto, 3 rebounds for Rivera, also 3 rebounds for Charisma, 1 for Navarrete, 2 for Kane Lujan, and Abigail Dardone with 3 as well. Last week they had, or against Eunice, they had 18, so this time around it is 20. So they didn't do too bad rebound-wise. Just couldn't get those second chance opportunities like they had last time. Pause for a moment. I'm going to get the other side, make sure that it's correct, and I'll be back. And then we'll start the pregame show for you between the Texico Wolverines versus your Jal Panthers.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, for the numbers quickly for Lady Wolverines, it was 16 points to lead the way by Macy Klein. She got all hers with a bucket except for 2 of 3 from the line. 2 of 4 from the line was what Crow hit. And 6 of 10 altogether was the record for free throws. Macy had 1 of 2. It was 1 of 1 for Burgeon, and I believe that was it. So let's see. So the Wolverines had 8 players in scoring position, or scoring. And let's see, we had, once again, Macy Klein, the senior, with 16 points, 8 points apiece for Wayland and Wyland, the seniors. And then we had 7 points from Dumas, 1 or 2 from the line once again. Greeley Kane, the freshman, had 6 points, 4 of those in the second half. And it was 4 points for Lucy, all in the first for Lucy Wayland. And it was Kenzie Crow, sorry, she had the 8 points, 2 of 4 from the line. 3 points for Burgeon, I think I said that, and that is it. So I'm going to pause for a moment. We're going to get coverage started for the boys as we've got 8 minutes to go. We're going to go ahead and get into that pregame here in just 30 seconds. Be right back.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Welcome back as once again the Lady Panthers unfortunately fall to the Lady Wolverines by the final score of 54-31. So here we are with 2 teams. They have a bit of a lopsided record as far as when coming in here. Texas Wolverines, number 1 in the 2A, have a 15-2 record, 2-0 on district, and 4-game winning streak, I should say. While the Panthers at number 20 are 6-12. They did win their first district of the season. 1-1 is the record, 1-game winning streak, and they are 3-6 at home. While away, the Texico Wolverines are 3-1. So they are always a juggernaut. There are quite a few players here that are worthy of mentioning, as they are always on point at times and make it difficult for the other team to play or win. Speaking of which, this is one of the reasons why they are at the 15-2 mark with a 5-1 comparison. Santa Rosa's, who they played first, lost to them by 4, 71-67. Of course, you know, Jal had a loss to Santa Rosa too, but that was a 30-point loss. So that doesn't fare well for the squad of the Panthers. Speaking of which, Farwell is also a common opponent. 71-63 was the win for Texico, and that was in Texico, while Farwell played Jal. That was also at Texico, the Texico tournament, and unfortunately did not fare well, 71-32, and that's the last moment to say that. So Mascalero Apache is another opponent that they both played against. Texico beat them 83-34, while Jal just was able to get a 3-point victory, 40-37. Nevertheless, so they did get the victory. So against Tatum, Jal has not played them yet. That'll be on the 10th. You know, they were going to play them, but unfortunately the storm stopped that from happening. Meanwhile, Tatum was able to Tatum and Texico tangled, and that was a lopsided victory, 78-24. In fact, their last game was very lopsided, but Eunice, they played Texico did, 63-27, and you know, remember the other day, the score was 26-24, 6 points for the second half for the Jal Panthers. Cannot get away with that one again against this squad if they want to get the victory. Texico blew out Hagerman 94-26 just the other day. In fact, that was the end of the month for January, and Hagerman just could not deal with the onslaught. And it was Jal and Hagerman teeing up against each other in Hagerman, and that was a 6-point loss for the Jal squad. So unfortunately, that does not bode well, as Texico once again 3-0. Number 1, 235 points is what they've scored on for the district versus just 77 allowed Meanwhile, it is Jal who has had 66 points for them and 70 against. That's one of the reasons why they've got the losing record of 1-1. And hoping to get back on the winning track, of course. They did just the other day against Eunice, but not the way they would like to. But nevertheless, though, a win is a win. Doesn't matter if it was low scoring or not. That was one of the lowest. That was actually the lowest scoring output they had against Eunice in their competition. So I had told you that Texico Lady Wolverines were 0-8. Now they're 0-9 against the Lady Panthers. For this squad, it is 4-8, and the Wolverines have won the last 6 games in a row. So Jal also wanted to break that streak as well. Let's pause for a moment. I'm going to get the lineups, and we're going to be back here to get you more coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Stick around, or stay tuned, or stick tuned.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, got the lineups for both sides. Just wanted to make sure that they were right. It was number 2, Keaton Dumas, senior. Number 3, sophomore Austin Hakma. And it is sophomore Cross Fig, number 4, 5'10". Also, Hakma is 5'10" as well. Number 10, sophomore Nathan Autry, 6'2". Kaysen Peabody, 5'10", sophomore at number 22. And it is Casey Lane, 6'1", senior, number 30. For your starters, it is going to be senior Mason Pipkins at 5'10". Jet Curtis actually is what I should say, junior, 6'1", number 5, is a captain. So is Mason. Also, Bennett Whalen is going to be a captain as well, number 12, senior, 6'5", and it'll be junior Yahim Moses, 6 foot tall. I remember him from last time too. He is a good post player. And speaking of good presence underneath the basket, it is Maverick Hawkins who's going to come in, probably going to be posting underneath. That's what I thought he was going to do last year. Senior, he is at 6'2". He's able to turn around and be able to muscle his way in to get those points. So that is the Texico Wolverines for your Jal Panthers, who are 6-12, 1-1 on the district. Let's see who the starters are going to be. Probably going to be our Norm. Yes, indeed. Zayden Lujan, number 1, captain. Along with, let's see, it is Navarrete, number 5. Oh, yeah, and Ian Faulkner, junior. Going to be also, once again, Davian Navarrete. He is a captain as well. Daniel Ornales is going to be starting as well, senior. He had 2 of 5 from the line last time he played. And Steven Cervantes is going to round out that lineup for them. Let's pause for a moment as we're going to get into the national anthem, I believe. If not, we're going to go into the lineups. Either way, let's go ahead and pause for a moment. When we get back, we will start this game.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
Just getting the final lineup for the Jal boys as we're about to get underway on this game that is not going to be easy for the Jal Panthers. But they need to come out strong if they want to have any opportunity to be able to get or stay in this game. Looks like it's all set. It's going to be Hawkins with the tip, and we are underway. Inside to Pipkins. Back out again, left wing. Into the hands of Jet Curtis. Right wing now for a three on the way, and off the back of the rim, no good. Going to be out of bounds, and it'll be Texico ball. 7:37, no score yet as we are underway. Inbounded inside to Hawkins. He's going to put it up. Roll it out. Nope, he's going to miss it. And rebound going to be Zayden Lujan for his first. Backcourt court pressure against Zayden Lujan as he's still in the backcourt. Gets it across to Navarrete. Across the timeline over to Zayden Lujan on the right wing. Back over to Navarrete on the top, near the top of the arc. Over to Zayden Lujan back on his right elbow. Going to drive inside, get double team, push the shot, and draw the foul. That's what they need to do. And if they're going to be any kind of competitive against this one, this is his first for the team and first for Bennett Whalen. 7:05, and the first opportunity for points are going to be on the free throw line. First one's going to miss off the back of the rim. Here's the second opportunity for Zayden Lujan. Lujan had 3 trays in the last game. No points off the free throw line. 1 or 2 this time as they get on the board. 1-0, 7:02. Early lead, but not big enough. Gives it all the way across to Jaheim. Back to Moses. 6 foot. Back inside to Hawkins. He's going to lose the ball, but Jaheim going to get the ball back for Moses and get it over to rebound. 2 of those to Bennett before drawing the foul. Rebounding foul. That'll be going underneath the basket. First one against that'll be Zayden Lujan. His first, team's first as well. And on the line to shoot 2 is going to be Bennett. First one drops in. So first, both sides with a point. Now 2 points for the Wolverines. 2-1 is the score. Lujan in the backcourt. Getting pressed. Going to get to Faulkner. Faulkner going to get double teamed as well. Back to Lujan. Tipped pass, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Arnales. Unfortunately, that is going to be number 1 turnover for the Panthers. 6:26, a 1-point differential. Inbound of the ball is going to be to the hands of Jet Curtis. Back over behind still for Whalen. Oh, nice little feed, and it does work out for Maverick as it is an assist and 2 points by Hawkins. 4-1. Back with the trap again in the backcourt. Gets it across. Nope, just over the head of Ornales. And another turnover, number 2, as the press is slowing down this offense for the Jal Panthers. 6:03, 4-1 is the score. And now with the ball, Moses gets it into the hands of, back to the hands of Moses. Going to draw it, and I thought he was going to charge, but instead loses the handle. That is the first turnover, and it is in the hands of now Lujan once again. Double team gets past those two, gets a bad pass though, and another turnover for Jal. That is number 3 as Moses gets a free layup, puts it in for 2 for the junior. 6-1. Another backcourt press to Navarrete, back over to Lujan as he is going to get double teamed once again, gets across the timeline. And Ornelas is there on his left elbow, but goes ahead and drives up, gets it to the perimeter, or gets it back over to Ornelas this time. No bad passes to Lujan with 5:05 remaining. Drives the lane, gets an open shot, misses, and will be a rebound foul. Unfortunately, as it goes, it was almost Jet who had it, Jet Curtis, and instead it'll be Ornelas with his first. 6-1, under 5 minutes to go. And now it'll be Ian Faulkner with his first foul. Seems second, third actually. And 2 more, and that'll put Texico in the bonus. Moses almost went coast to coast, but instead passes it off to his left wing. That'll be to Whalen, and misses the shot. Faulkner with the rebound. Lujan with the ball, backcourt to Navarrete, still in the backcourt, has about 3 seconds to go. Does get it across the timeline in time. And over to Faulkner on the right side. Tries to feed it inside, is stolen by Maverick. And actually, that's not Maverick, that is Whalen, his third. The first. And that'll be a foul. Oh. Yep, that'll be a foul against the Mavericks. Sorry, Mavericks. Wolverines, his second for the captain, for Whalen. Back in the hands of Lujan, who's going to get across the timeline. Bad pass, but he does get it over to Navarrete on the right wing. Ornelas almost lost the ball himself. So getting away with some of these bad passes, but nevertheless, Navarrete, top of the arc, has inside now Jaden Cervantes to his left wing. Going to go ahead and drive the lane, push it up for a nice teardrop. Misses the front and back. Rebound now by Fig, who's in the game. Pushes it back out. Thought about a 3 for Fig. Instead goes to the right wing. Back over to Fig near the top of the arc. Defended by Zane Lujan. And pass to the left wing. And now the top to Moses. Jaheim has the ball as he drives the lane and loses the handle on it. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by him. And it will be a turnover for Texico, their second. And now warning to the coach. He is being warned. One more and he will get the tick. And yeah, Coach Lujan not happy about that. He's saying, wow. So 3:21 to go. 6-1 is the score. Lujan's got to keep his mouth or something from getting him in trouble. As Ramos gets it back over to Zane Lujan, still behind the timeline. And that is 10. So a turnover for Jal Panthers as they got the 10-second violation. Couldn't get across the timeline in time. And now will be inbounded by Autry. Autry over to cross Fig. Fig with the ball. Now to the left. Autry back over to Maverick. Three-pointer on the way and misses off the back of the rim. Rebound, long one. That'll be for Fig, his second. Goes out of bounds. Looks like it was last touched by Jal. Moses with the inbound for the Wolverines. Moses with the ball, gets turned around, puts up a shot, whistle, and that'll be a foul. Let's see who gets against. Yep, that'll be against Ornelas, his second. 2:45 to go, 6-1. On the line to shoot two for the first time will be Jaheim Moses. Makes the first one. So Jal just has to keep up with them. So far they're not doing it, but at least they're keeping it close. It is still a single-digit lead for the Texas Wolverines. Second one up, and will be bouncing off the back, rebounded by, that'll be Jaden for his first. Lujan wants to push it up the floor, definitely want to get beyond the half-point range, and Navarrete does have it beyond or in the front court. To Zane Lujan, left wing. Goes near the top of the arc. Going to work around, try to drive the lane. Pushes it around, loses the handle, puts it over to Jaden Cervantes. That'll be Ramos, and gets his shot blocked. Double team. A forearm. Who's that going to be against? It should be. Could be against Ramos, and it will be. Zekas his first foul with 2:08 to go in the first. And that'll be the team's fifth foul, so that'll put bonus for the rest of this quarter of 2:08 for Texico. Meanwhile, Texico only has 2 fouls. That means it'll take 3 more to get Jal in the bonus before the end. While Coach Lujan is talking to the ref. First one is missed off the front badly for the Wolverines and Nathan Autry. So far they are 3 of 5. This one, 4 of 6. So half their points are from the free throw line. Meanwhile, only 1 of 2 for the Jal Panthers. You see it across timeline, does as he gets double teamed, gets a bad pass, be stolen. That'll be Nathan, and go the other way. Zane Lujan under there to block, but may be drawing the foul instead, and that'll be number 2 in the bonus, and that'll mean that Jet Curtis will be going on the line for the first time in this game. In and out, and that'll miss. Another miss for the Wolverines. That's 7 tries and only 3 of 4. 4 of 7 so far from the line. So just above 50% for free throws. Jet Curtis, 6 foot tall, 6'1" actually, gets his second. 9-1 is the score. 1:47 to go in the first. Almost lost it and will get it out of bounds, but did not get it off the Wolverine. Instead will be a turnover for Jal. That's their 5th. Only 2 turnovers for the Wolverines in this first quarter so far. Timeout on the floor, 1:40 to go. 9-1 is the score. We'll be back in 30 seconds as we continue coverage right here on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube. We are on the Jal Sports Network.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, we are back. 1:40 to go in the first quarter. 9-1 is the score, and I believe Texico will have the ball. There we are, inbounding to Mason Pipkins, back in the game. Over to the left wing, over to Austin. Three-pointer on the way, and good. Sinks it for Curtis. That's the first three of the game, and that means 12-1. Back the other way go the Panthers. Now in the hands of Landon Edwards, one of the smallest players on the court. Over Moss. Drives the lane, gets a single, so he goes and puts it up, misses. And the rebound is going to go, long rebound for, that is going to be Keaton Dumas. Whistle on the floor, and let's see what they say, as it looks like it's going to go against Jal. And on the line will be Mason Pipkin, 5'10". His first opportunities. Foul goes against. That'll be Zekas Ramos. One more, missed the first one. Second one up and in, 1 of 2. So they've been hitting about 50% so far as a team. 1:05 to go, 13-1. 12-point deficit as it is in the hands of Navarrete. Backing up, but getting it over to Faulkner. Trying to get it across the timeline, does, to Landon Edwards. Landon now pushing it over to Faulkner on the left. Faulkner with it, with 45. Gonna push it to the right wing, get it back over to, that is Jaden Cervantes. Now back to Navarrete with 34. Puts it up for a possible long three. Either way, misses the shot, goes out of bounds. Last touch will be by Jal. Turnover, and Wolverines with 29.54 seconds to go as they inbound the ball. Shaheem Moses to Mason Pipkins. Mason's on the right. Back over to Moses on the left. And now to Hockma. Three-pointer on the way, and that is done. Looks like that was Austin who hit that shot. 16-1 is the score with just 7 seconds to go. And Faulkner looks like he saw the time, and with 1 second to go, that'll be time. 16-1 is the score. And just like the third quarter of the last game, Jal just manages 1 point. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage into the second quarter right here on the Jal Panther Network. We're in Jal, New Mexico.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Kind of deja vu as we've got 16 points. Lady Wolverines had that in the first quarter, but the Lady Panthers had 8 points. Jal has just one. Of course, a free throw, and that was provided by Zane Lujan, 1 of 2 from the line. Meanwhile, so far, it has been 10 opportunities for the Wolverines, and they made 6 of their 10. So 60% from the line so far, and 50% for the Jal Panthers. 16-1 is the score, and we are in the second quarter now with the Jal getting the opening. St. Lujan still with the ball as he tries to drive the lane. He does. Pushes it out to the right, or left, I mean, to Navarrete. Gets it to the top of the arc. Breaking up against Moses, who's on him. Uses up his dribble. Zane Lujan going to go ahead and push it out to Ian, but did not to get it to him. And a turnover, first one for the quarter for the Jal Panthers. And travel on that one as it was given back to Nathan. He wasn't ready for it. Stumbled a little bit before he started taking his dribble. And a turnover, first one in the quarter. That's just the third in the game for the Wolverines. Faulkner now back to it. Stolen, though, by Maverick. His first. And inside, tried to push up for a shot, but it just Ornalis who's probably going to get the foul. as it was Maverick Hawkins, 6'2", trying to make that shot underneath the basket. Ornelas with his third already early in this 7-11 in this second quarter. First one is up and will be good for Hawkins, his first as well. So we've got 6 shooters, all of them are free throws for the most part, 7 actually altogether. We have 2 trays in the game for the Wolverines. Second one is up and a little high, missed it, and Faulkner will get the rebound, his second. Over to Zayden Lujan, double teamed in the corner, trying to get out of it. Instead, loses the ball and will be stolen by Nathan. Second turnover and 19-1. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with it as Zayden Lujan is going to get an earful from his coach. We'll be back in a moment. Right back in 30.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
We are proud to be here as it is 19-1. Unfortunately, we're not proud about the 18-point difference, but Jal still has plenty of time to get back into this game. As it is so far, it had been a score of 16-1, so 16-1 run to start this game in the first. It's not the winning formula you want to see in your squad, but nevertheless, so like I said, plenty of time. 6:59 remaining, just 1 minute into the second quarter or first half. Gotcha with Zayden Lujan, back over to Faulkner, double teamed. He's going to get around that double team, get it over to, that is Jaden, and back to Zayden Lujan. Going to drive the lane, push it up, and nice righty as he gets that teardrop to drop in for his first shot and breaks that run. Moses going to get a walk maybe? I don't know, but he did take an extra step, but not before he got pushed apparently. Push goes, and that'll be a non-shooting foul. And the first one for Steven Cervantes, team's second. Gets it inside to Hawkins. Hawkins is going to put it up and in for 2. 4 points altogether for him in this game. Back again with a full court press. Gets in the hands of Navarrete, gets the double team. And a bad pass going to be deflected and go coast to coast on that one as it gets in the hands of Curtis. He puts in the 2. Meanwhile, Moses on the floor. He's going to get the call. His first, team's first as well. He's going out along with Mason Pipkins. So in on for the Wolverines will be Keaton Dumas along with Cross Fig, the sophomore. Push out of bounds, and let's see who that's going to be going against. As Faulkner had the ball, that'll be against Nathan Autry, his first, team's third, I believe, second. And back over to Jayden Cervantes, the 8th grader. Faulkner with the ball. Getting it across the timeline will be Navarrete. Over to Faulkner on the left wing, gets it crossed over to bad pass, tried to get it inside to Cervantes, and that did not work out as it was stolen by Nathan. Pushes it up, puts it in. 2 points for Nathan Autry, and 3 steals for him as well. Zayden all the way across, back over to Faulkner, and now to the right wing. As Navarrete gets double team, pushes it around to Faulkner on the right elbow. Top of the arc, once again, Navarrete inside to Cervantes, Steven, and now over to the left. Zayden Lujan trying to keep his dribble, does so. Now he's working his way to his right. Looking at Faulkner, but instead drives lane, gets double team, pushes it up, puts it in. Nicely done. 2 more points is 4 altogether for him for the game so far. And he is 4 of 5, or at 4 of the 5 points. Meanwhile, quickly scoring on the other end as it catches the defense off flat-footed. 27-5, like I am. Uses up his dribble, gets it knocked out of his hands, does find it, it's Jayden, but loses it, does the 8th grader. Crossfig does make the steal. And that'll be Jet Curtis with the layup. 4:24 to go, and it is all Wolverines right now with 4:20. And an inbound pass that'll take it all the way across. Is that going to be stolen? Nope, he's going to go out of bounds. He tried to get it back in. That was Lane Casey, the 6'1" senior. But instead, it is a turnover after a turnover for Jal. Timeout on the floor, 4:13 to go. 29-5 is the score, unfortunately, as we're getting closer and closer to halftime. We'll be back in just 30 seconds as we continue coverage right here. You're listening to it all and watching it on the Jal Sports Network.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Score is 29-5, and so far right now in this second quarter, it has been 13-4. Unfortunately, Texico scoring that much in the second quarter. And Jal had only scored 1 in the first. They got away with it last time against Eunice, unable to so far this time, as they need to get their defense in order and get some scoring done on the offense. But that is not going to be an easy task, as this Texico team is ranked number 1 for a reason. Once again, 4:13 to go, and inbound of the ball will be Jal and the Panthers. Zane Lujan is going to probably get that one unless it goes inside, and it will be to the 8th grader. Back to Zane Lujan, gets double teamed as well. Going to try to get it out. Instead, one-on-one. Ooh, and a bad body-to-body on that one as Cross-Fig earns his first. Tried to maneuver both sides. I know he didn't want to do that. Just sometimes, your body gets in the wrong position, and his shoulder hit Zane Lujan's chin. No damage, though, as we continue on. Third team foul for the Wolverines. It'll be white ball as it goes out of bounds once again. 3:58 remaining in the first half. Jane with the ball as he inbounds it to Navarrete. And it is one-on-one right now with the zone, looks like. And Navarrete almost lost the ball, but does get it over to Cervantes. Jaden now over to Zane Lujan near the top of the arc. Getting worked on by Cross-Fig. So he's going to drive the lane against Cross. Misses the shot. Going to be rebounded by Steven Cervantes over Ramos. Now over to the right wing to Navarrete. Going to drive the lane. Misses, but he will get a body foul. That'll be against Lane Casey, his first. Team's third, looks like. Actually, fourth. Nope, team's fourth, yep. And a shooting foul, so that'll put Navarrete on the line. Second time a Panther has been on the line in this game. This is the first one. 3:30 to go. One more opportunity as some substitutions come in. Going out is going to be Jet Curtis along with Lane Casey, who just had that foul. Moses is back in. Second one is also missed. And the rebound is going to go to the Wolverines, and that'll be to Keaton Dumas. Cross-Fig with the ball. Now back to the left-hand side. Inside to Hawkins. Uses up his dribble, gets it back out again, Cross. Fig thought about it. Instead, he's going to drive the lane, turn around, put it up, and miss. Hawkins with the rebound, though. Another rebound, 2 in a row. 2 misses. And it'll be Steven Cervantes with a rebound. Back across the timeline, Zayden Lujan now with the ball on the right wing. Navarrete now. As he thought about it, no, instead he's going to give it to his right elbow to Zayden Lujan. Lujan working against Hawkins as he loses his dribble but gets it back. Now he is working against Keaton Dumas. Now it's a double team, gets it back over to Steven Cervantes to the right, and now right over to Nervante. Puts up a 3, misses, rebound by Moses. As he goes coast to coast, puts it up, nice layup, and gets the friendly bounce to go in. 2 more points, that's 4 for him altogether. 31-5. Not working out for Jal right now. With 2:05 to go. As it now in the hands of the 8th graders, that is Jaden Cervantes. Turnover, and unfortunately that'll go against the 10. That'll be number 10 for Jal. As it is a minute 57 to go, lineup has changed. We have once again Nathan Autry in the game, along with Fig still, cross Fig. Mason Pipkin is in there. Hawkins too still. Beats it underneath, by the way, and he gets it to a nice little lefty for Nathan Autry. 2 more points, and that increases the lead, 32-5. Looks like we may be in mercy rule by the second half. Zane Lujan now on the right wing, working against Moses. Loses the ball, going to be stolen, and it is all alone as he lays it up and actually gets a nice little almost dunk from. That is going to be from Moses for his 6th. 3 on the way and short by Navarrete. And it'll be rebounded by Jaheim, his 2nd. Puts it up and in quickly for Mason Kipkins, his 1st score. And we already are up to 37. 37-5, 52 seconds remaining. Zane Lujan on the right wing, being worked against by Moses. Turns around, tries to get to the top of the arc. Now he's going to go to his left. Navarrete now, tried to drive inside. Gets bodied, but doesn't lose the handle. Still hasn't lost the handle yet, as he was defended strongly by Nathan Autry. And now he has to, he almost kickballed it instead. It'll be in the hands of Nathan Autry. But a foul against Nathan. That'll be his 2nd one. And that'll be, should be number 5. So that'll put him to the line to shoot 2. And he is going to the line. Coming in is going to be Lane Casey, the 6'1" senior. Most likely going out should be Nathan Autry. So on the line to shoot 2 will be Zane Lujan, 1 or 2 so far. And banks that one in. Still in single digits for the team. But has 6 of the, actually all 6 points for Zane Lujan. Zane with 1 more and does drop it in. 7 points, all 7 from him. So just a 30-point difference right now with just 16 seconds to go. And now in the hands of Cross Fig once again over to the left for Moses. He's going to back it up. He's got 8 seconds to go, looking for the final shot. Gets the screen. Back to Hawkins, 3-pointer on the way, and drains it. So that'll be the last shot as we have a score of 40-7. Halftime, and we're going to be taking a break, getting you the numbers, and coming back strong. We're right here in Jal. Thanks for watching on the Jal Sports Network, whether you're on HobbsAmerica.com or YouTube. I am Ron Gunner. We'll talk about this in a moment.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
All right, as you see Coach out there having some fun with those paper airplanes, we are not having so much fun as the Wolverines are blowing out in this third game of district against the Jal Panthers. They have had, 11 turnovers so far in this game versus just 4 for the Wolverines. But more importantly, it's just about scoring. Let's talk about how the Wolverines got their 40 points. Nobody in double figures yet. But right now it is 8 points for Jet Curtis, who has a tray to his name, a couple of buckets, and 1 for 2 from the line. Nathan Autry has 7 points, 3 buckets, along with 1 for 2 from the line. And we've got 7 points for Jaheim Moses, 6-foot junior. He has 1 or 2 from the line as well, 3 buckets for him. We have Hawkins, who has 7 points, 0 for 2 from the line, but has a tray to his name along with 2 buckets. Let's see, we've also got Mason Pipkins and Austin Hockema. He has a tray, and it is 1 of 2 from the line for Mason Pipkins with his bucket as well. So also Bennett Wallen, who is 0 for 2. And that is about it. So 6 of 12 from the line for the Wolverines. They have 10 rebounds so far and 4 steals. So maybe a few more turnovers for the Panthers. Nevertheless, though, 6 points all coming from Zayden Lujan, all and only, as he has 2 buckets and 3 of 4 from the line. And as I say that, he's got 3 of 4 from the line. No, he's got 7 points. So that's all 7. They do have 3 of 6 from the line, as it was David Navarrete who also had the 0 for 2 opportunity on the line. Otherwise, nobody else has been able to shoot anything. It is 2 rebounds for Faulkner, 1 for Jaden Cervantes, the 8th grader, and Steven Cervantes also has a rebound to his name. Zane Lujan also has 1 as well. So rebounding not an issue as much as trying to get those shots to go in, and opportunities are just not there. 12 opportunities, only 6 made on the line for the Wolverines. Meanwhile, it has been just 6 opportunities for Jal, and they've only made 3 of those, so both sides have hit 50%. However, if you get 12, that's a little bit better than having just the 6 tries. Let's take a break. It is 4:20. We've got more basketball to come for you on this doubleheader for you on this Tuesday evening now. Thank you very much for being here. I'm Ron Gunner. On the camera is Max. We'll take a couple of minutes and get you more of those great sponsors without, of course, whom we would not be able to get these on the air here, so you can see all those names on the bottom of your screen.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
All right, we've got some updates. Let's go ahead and use those. It is second quarter, Levington versus Goddard, the boys, and that is a score of 18-14. Goddard ahead, the Rockets ahead of the Levington Wildcats. Earlier, it was Goddard and the Levington Lady Wildcats who got tangled up together, and the Lady Wildcats won against the Rockets, Lady Rockets, 61-46. Also at near the half, it's Roswell Coyotes 25, Hobbs Eagles 21, while the girls are playing Roswell in Hobbs at Tasker Arena, and so far the score is 22-6. Hobbs Lady Eagles over the Lady Coyotes. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, actually probably about 60 to be exact. If you are paying attention, be back to get more coverage of the Jal Panthers right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for watching.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
We are back, and it is just about halftime. It's just about over with. They go by pretty quickly. And speaking of which, We may be in mercy rule pretty soon. It is a 33-point difference. And as soon as we get started into the second, it could be mercy rule clock for most of this second half. Hopefully, Jal will be able to get out here and start strong. I've seen them do this before, but this year they've been having some troubles trying to get the offense going and keep the defense strong. But hey, you know what? Maybe this halftime speech from Coach Lujan, maybe that'll take care of it. As Coach Craig on the other side, or Craig Cook on the other side, is the coach for the Wolverines. Here we go as we get this thing set off by the Wolverines backcourt into the hands of Mason Pipkins. Going to go ahead and give that to his right elbow. Back to Hawkins. Actually, no, that wasn't Hawkins, but now it's Hawkins. No, that is Curtis. Draws the foul. Looks like it'll be against Zane Lujan as he is on the floor as well. No, actually it'll be Bennett Wallen, who gets his third actually. So turnover number 1 in this second half for the Wolverines. Good start, but not enough yet. As Ornelas is about to inbound the ball. In the hands of Zayden Lujan, backcourt. No pressure this time as it gets into the hands of Ornelas. And back to the right wing for Zayden Lujan. Navarrete thought about a three. Going to go ahead and get it back to Zayden Lujan, who is the only scorer of this game for the Jal Panthers. Gets triple team. Going to go ahead and throw that up. And a bad throw is going to be a turnover number 1. For Jet Curtis to get it, he's going to put up a three. And that is Pipkin with his first tray of the game. And the wrong team scored, but that's all right. Inside Ornelas, gets it underneath. Blocked by Hawkins. 7:03 to go, 43-7, and we're already in mercy rule. Shot put up, and that'll be an and one. As that was Jet Curtis, 8 points before, or at the half. Puts up 2 more and gets an opportunity to get one. The and one. As he puts his team up to 45. Number 4 for Ornelas. One more and he'll be out of the game. And missed that shot. So 6 of 13 right now from the line. As it goes to Navarrete. Ornelas gets double teamed, gets it into the hands of Zane Lujan. Over to Faulkner. Faulkner for 3 on the way. No, missed. But Ornelas gets the rebound, misses the shot. And it'll be Moses with his rebound. Turnover for Texico, back in the hands of Lujan. As that is going to be, all right. To the right, our left wing now. Navarrete still on the left wing. Getting past Moses. Now over to Zayden Lujan, right wing. Moses on him, back over to Navarrete for a three-pointer on the way. Misses off the front of the rim. And will be Pipkin with the rebound. And that is going to be an easy shot. Nicely put up for Nathan Autry. He had 7, now he's got 9 points in this game. Small run going on for the Wolverines. 5:22 to go in the third, running clock. And now in the hands of Ornelas, back over to Faulkner on the left. Duck walking in front of us. Navarrete over to Ornelas on the right. Back to Navarrete, left wing now. Double teamed is what you get. That's the same thing the Lady Wolverines did as well earlier. Over to Zane Lujan, left, right wing now. Double teamed. Trying to get out of it. Instead gets a one-on-one. Loses the handle. Going to be stolen. That'll be by Autry. His 4th. Three-pointer on the way, missed. Ornelas with the rebound. And Zane Lujan now with the ball as he gets it across the timeline slowly. Inside, Steven Cervantes ran out, got it underneath to Navarrete, and will be a foul as there's body over him. Let's see who gets the foul. It's going to be Autry. His 3rd. Team's 1st. Not a shooting foul, so 2 team fouls for the Wolverines as Steven Cervantes and Ian Faulkner go out. Finally gets it over to Navarrete from Zayden Lujan. Inbound. 4 minutes to go. 47 to 40, 40-point difference. Ornalis with the ball, being guarded by Hawkins. Get around Hawkins, going to go ahead and push it up, misses. Rebound is going to be, that'll be by Curtis. Puts it up and in. That's Moses, I believe, was the one that shot that one. And with 3:36 to go, going to be Zayden Lujan with the ball. Zayden on the right wing, over to right to Ornalis. Puts up a shot, misses off the back of the rim, and the rebound will be to Mason Pipkins. Three-pointer on the way, misses off the back of the rim. That was Mason Pipkins. But rebound and puts it in for Autry. 2 more points for him. He's had 4 in this quarter. Timeout with 51-7 is the score as we update it. 3:07 to go in the third quarter. Running clock with Mercy. And we will be mercifully back right here on the Jal Panther Network.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Still in single digits, 51-7, 48-point lead. No, not 48, sorry. 44-point lead for Texico. This time around, it's 3:04. Zayden Lujan with the ball, crosses the timeline. It's being worked against by Dumas. Back over to Zayden Lujan on the right, back to the left. As it is Vega in the game. Back to Vega. Vega's an 8th grader, Zane Vega, but loses the ball. That'll be another turnover for Jal. Puts it up, misses the shot. Rebound is going to be in and out of the hands of Lane Casey. Turnover for Texico, number 3 for them in this quarter. All the way across to Zane, back over to Ramas, and over to Zayden Lujan. Inside to Ramas, as this is the young team that is on the floor right now. Zayden's the only one that is a senior out there. Working it against, underneath is Ramas. Tried to get it up, but missed. Rebound's going to go to Cross Fig, his 3rd. Underneath the basket, and we'll put it in for 2. That'll be Casey, Lane Casey. That's his first points of the game. 53-7. With 1:43 to go in this quarter. Ramas with the ball, double teamed, getting it back out again. On the left wing, Zayden Lujan for a floater. Misses that shot, and it will go out of bounds. Last touch, unfortunately, by Jal. That'll be the hands of Jaden Cervantes, the 8th grader. So you've got an 8th grader. You've got a couple of 8th graders out there. All getting some time on the floor. Now over to Casey. Left wing. Inside, drives the lane, loses the handle, but Casey picks it up. In and out, and Zayden Lujan is going to be, I thought he was out of bounds, but instead it will go. Actually, yep, he was out of bounds when he got the ball under the basket. So no rebound for Zayden Lujan, as he's going to go out of bounds, or is he going to go out? And Steven Cervantes will take over for him. Substitution. 45 seconds to go now. Underneath the basket, tried to make a shot. For it was Keaton Dumas, 6'1" senior. And they have 5 seniors on the team. So the foul will go against the 8th grader, Zane. First one is up and will bounce off the rim, no good for Nathan. Sorry, not Nathan. Keaton. One more opportunity with 10 seconds to go, and we'll drain the second one. 1 of 2 from the line. 54-7, and last shot. Nope, didn't see the time as it was expiring. And that'll be the end. 54-7 is the score. We'll be back in just 30 seconds as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
54-7 is the score. Just one player in scoring for the Jal Panthers still is Zayden Luan, as we get some of the younger kids out there to get some practice or time. And it has been, let's see, that quarter was 14-0, mostly because of the running clock, but not a lot of opportunities for either team to score. Nevertheless, though, Jal once again with a big goose egg in the third quarter. Coming into the fourth quarter, 54-7, and it'll be inbound of the ball would be Daniel Ornalis. Try to see if they can get something going on the offense or maybe even on the defense. Navarrete crossing the timeline. And over to Ian Faulkner, left wing. Inside, lost the ball, and it'll be stolen. Up for a dunk, but misses. And that'll be Bennett Wallen. But a push foul will put him to the line to shoot two. He is 2 for 2 from the line. This is his first opportunities in the second half. The foul will go against Ornalis. He's going to foul out, unfortunately. Foul out with 2 rebounds. To the line. After the dunk attempt, missed. We'll sink that one, first one. So he's 3 of 3 from the line. 7-11, once again, the convenience of it all, and the second one misses. 55-7 is the score, 7:02 now. And still we have running clock. Probably will have that for the rest of the game. Faulkner with the ball now. And then the hands of Jayton Butts, who's on the floor as well, obviously. To Navarrete. Zay Lujan on the left. Cervantes trying to get a screen going. It will be an illegal screen. Yep, and that is what is called. So he gets his illegal screen foul for them. Second for the team, none for the visiting Wolverines. Some substitutions come in. One of them is going to be Austin Hockma, the sophomore, 5'10". Right now, handling the ball will be Cross Fig. He is also a sophomore, believe it or not. And now the junior over to, that is the senior Bennett Wilson, who gets, Wayland, sorry, puts it up and in after a rebound as well. 4 points for him in the game. 57-7, a 50-point difference. Back over to Zane Lujan, the only one that scored. This time around a three-pointer on the way, did not bank that one. Faulkner with the rebound this time, 3 for him. And he does chase it down before it goes across the timeline. Navarrete, top of the arc, being guarded against. Gets a screen, does not take advantage of it. Zane Lujan with the ball now. And he is guarded by 6'5" Wilson, or Wayan. You look at that quickly, and that's what I see, Wilson. And a double dribble on that one for the youngster known as Faulkner. Turnover number 4 for the Panthers with 5:07 and the clock ticking away. 5 minutes now. As crossing the timeline will be Mason Mason gets it over the left wing. Three-pointer on the way and misses off the side. And that'll be rebounded by Steven Cervantes, his second. Now in the hands of Lujan. Lujan for three. Could not get that one to fall. Steven Cervantes gets the rebound and does drop that in for another score, for a score for him. First one of the game. Meanwhile, shot put up, missed. Rebounded by, that'd be Jayden Butts, his first. I believe the shot was put up. That was by, of course, the Wolverine. That was Autry. Inside, try to feed it to Navate, but it misses it. And it will be stolen for Autry now for an easy layup. Two-pointer on the left-hand side. And he has 3 scores in this half. Navarrete turns around, tries to get some shot, but instead gets it to Faulkner. He's going to drive the lane, gets double team, pushes it back out again to Zayden Lujan. Zayden for 3. Misses off the side, rebounded by, that'll be Nathan once again. Actually, that was a steal. Nathan with the ball on the right-hand side. Tries to beat it inside, does to Nathan. Misses his shot, rebound. And a put up back on the glass, and the foul as he cleans up the glass for Kaysen Peabody, the 5'10 sophomore. He's going to get the and one. First time on the line. That would make 8 players to try a free throw for the Wolverines. Here comes the and one for the sophomore, and he does make it. It'll look pretty easy, too. 62-9. I forgot the 9. Over to Navate for 3 on the way. Did not get the bank, and instead will be rebounded by Casey Peabody, his second. Moses loses the handle, but does find it back again. Over to Hawkins, back over to the left-hand side. It will be now in the hands of Mason Pipkins. The Moses connection, and he does hit it for 3, his first tray of the game. 65-9, 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Left-hand side, that'll be to Ramos. Back inside, tried to feed it to Ramos, but instead loses the handle. And it hits, as he hits the floor, he goes out of bounds. 2:02 remaining and still ticking. Number 5 on the turnover. 65-9. So Texico will be going to 16-2, 3-0 in the district, and 1-2 for the Jal Panthers. Over inside, left hand, and that'll be to Zekas Ramirez. Over to the right, trying to direct traffic for Nathan Lane. Edwards, Landon Edwards. He's still into the basket, going back over. 124. Turnaround, nicely done, but could not handle that. Instead, he's going to try for the shot anyway. Misses off the side, going to be rebounded by Hawkins. Push it back the other way. This is all a young team now. Hawkins turns around, gives it to his senior Keaton Dumas. Hawkins with the rebound and the put back in. Nice clean of glass as well. 2 more points, 9 for him in this game. So Edwards with the ball, trying to clear around. He's going to put up a desperate shot. He's going to hit off the back, but he is going to draw the foul. Shooting foul that is going to get him on the line with 43 seconds and ticking. Got a couple of substitutions coming in, but it may not be. There may be not enough time. You never know. But Austin Hockma is going to be one of them. As the first shot is up and will miss. Air ball. And I've seen him free throw before. That doesn't surprise me. He does. He misses the first one. He may make the second one. 19 seconds to go as the substitutions went back to the bench. Misses the second one. Rebound is going to be in the hands of Keaton Dumas. And 10 seconds to go. He's just got to get it across the timeline, and that will be pretty much the game. 4, 2, and here comes the buzzer. There it is. Final score, 67-9. Jal drops to 6-13 for the season, 1-2 for district. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here and get you next week, the next game, which will be on Thursday. Don't go anywhere. We still have plenty to talk about.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
An ugly game for the Jal Panthers as they had lost once again, 67-9. Not to get too much into it, just let you know what's going on for Thursday for both these teams as once again Texico is able to win in convincing fashion. They are now have the nice dubious record of having 4 of 9 against Jal and have won, let's see, I believe it's going to be 7 in a row, maybe even more than that. Let me see. Seven games in a row against this Jal Panther team. Last time Jal won against this team was in 2022, and January 31st. That score was 63-37, but unfortunately that did not happen once again. So let's go into the next games as Eunice has also had a problem with this Texico team, and it looks like they are, like I said, number 1 for a reason. So next up for Texico is going to be Fort Sumner House, and I believe it shows it on the Max Prep. So that is a non-conference game that'll be happening at Texico on Thursday. Meanwhile, Hageman is going to be coming down here on Thursday. Already faced them once, and it wasn't a good outcome for Jal. Once again, that was a final score of 46-40. However, the girls, they had a 48-12 win against Hageman in Hageman. So looking forward to that game, trying to get back on the winning side or winning track once again for both sides. Also for the boys, they were ranked at number 4. Depending on how Hageman and Loving are going, 1 and 2, probably going to be just below Hagerman, but above Loving. Of course, they still haven't faced Loving yet, or Tatum as well. So those two teams, of course, be happening next week. They're going to have 3 games next week to play. Of course, that'll be all covered right here on the Jal Panther Network. Yeah, go ahead. For the rest of us, though, we are going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you very much for being here. As far as the sponsors, also, thank you very much for the crew back at the station, making sure this is going out to everybody to listen to. For myself, for Max Schrack, we're going to say thanks for joining us. We're going to be back again on Thursday against Hageman, the girls and the boys. Another doubleheader for you right here on the Jal Sports Network. Take care of yourselves. Have a great Tuesday night. Stay warm, and we'll see you again real soon.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.